What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of On the Mic with Michael Flix. Very happy to be back. Got a very special guest, my guy Justin Razooky. Good to have you here, bro.
I appreciate you for having me, man.
Absolutely.
Long overdue.
Absolutely, for sure, long overdue. We've been trying to do this
for
for a couple months now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Finally make it happen at the perfect time. It's the perfect time. How you doing today, man?
I'm great. Can't complain. Just got back from the gym. It was a great day overall. Yeah, we'll wait.
Doing pretty good, man. I'm sure you say that every day, huh? Just got back from the gym.
Yeah, for sure. Every day's a good day because, get to do what I love, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Absolutely. So you're a basketball trainer here in San Diego?
Yes, sir.
How long you been doing that now?
I've been doing it, honestly, since my senior year of high school. Even during the season, when Ryan first opened the facility, I was helping him out with classes. I would come straight from practice to help him out with some of the classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of got a little bit of experience, but full time, right when I graduated high school is when I was just all into
It's
it.
been your life, huh?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing basketball? When did you start playing?
I've been playing since I was 5, 6, and then once I turned 10, 11, I joined this program called the San Diego Rebels,
Mm-hmm.
and that was when Jordan Lawley coached it. So
Mhm.
I've known him for a long time,
Mhm.
We're family at this point. But yeah, I've been playing since I was 5, 6. I did do baseball, I did soccer, but overall basketball with Ryan as my influence, it just kind of stuck.
That was gonna be my next question. Was he already playing and you just played because you're
Yeah, he was playing, so he got into it, and then he fell in love with Kobe,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just always at all of his games, all of his AU games, all of his high school games, and just watching that and getting to know all of his friends who also played and stuff like that, and it was just overall a big influence around me, so yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what remind me what high school you went to?
I went to Christian High
Christian
School
first, right?
from freshman to middle of my junior year, and then I transferred to Valhalla, and then finished out the rest of my years.
Mm-hmm. How would you describe your high school basketball career?
It was just okay. Not even gonna lie. Freshman year was actually one of my funnest years. I played both JV and varsity, but the people who were around me, super talented group. I know a few of them are still playing college basketball. I know Jackson Larson's at Vanguard right now. I know Nashawn Carter played at Tabor College. We had a really. I know Kobe Sanders is at Cal Poly, but he was in my later years. But I had a really good group my freshman and sophomore year,
Mm-hmm.
and then junior year I tore my meniscus weeks before the season happened, and
Mm-hmm.
then I was just devastated.
I'm
for
sure
real.
that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, because I was getting really good.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ryan would work out a lot. I remember we were going to AJ Sports Fitness
Mhm.
in La Mesa,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll go there every day. And then after that, go to LA Fitness, and then after that, go to Christian back up to get up shots. And I was getting good, and then that happened, and then that was just devastating.
Mhm.
And then transferred to Valhalla after the season, which is funny because I was gonna go there when Dom and Jordan Gaines went there,
Mhm.
so I would have been a part of that 3-ball Valhalla
Uh-huh.
if I didn't get hurt. Because Dom transferred, I was the only person that he told, "Yo, I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go rock out at Valhalla." I was like, "Shoot, I want to come with."
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, I tear my meniscus. I'm like, well, "There's no point in coming with. I'm gonna be even more depressed now." You know what I mean?
Right.
So after that, I transferred, and then my senior year was a lot of fun, though. I was, I guess, not taking it as serious because I didn't really think I had that same passion as I did to play in college. I was just kind of cruising through.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of nagging injuries that I had as far as spraining foot. So I hurt my back really bad in a horrible car accident. So that hurt dragged on. I had a torn labrum on my right shoulder. So
Goodness.
once the season ended, I was like, oh, thank God.
Mhm.
I was honestly excited.
Thank you. Before tearing your meniscus, were you planning to potentially play in college?
Yeah, for sure. I always had dreams of playing college basketball. When I was younger, I always wanted to do it just because I have a huge family and nobody played college sports that. Not because we sucked at it, but just that was just not the thing to do. It was all right, we're either gonna work or we're either gonna go to school and find a career. You know what I mean? Nurse, doctor, engineer, something like that, or just go straight into the workforce, take over the parents' business, something like that, or start your own. So like playing college basketball would have been like a big change, and I mean, but I don't regret not doing it because I wouldn't be here, you know.
Right. And do you think? I know your brother was already a trainer, so maybe like if you did play college ball or potentially play pro, maybe you end up a trainer after your career's done.
Yeah.
But do you think? Did you have plans to be a trainer before getting injured?
No, not at all.
Really?
What's funny is he was supposed, I think it was my sophomore year, he was supposed to run a camp in Mexico, like in Oaxaca, like where my mom's from, like a 10-hour flight. And he was supposed to run a camp. I remember I think it was in December, and last minute he couldn't make it. So called me, he's like, yo, do you want to do it? And I'm just like, run a camp, like, for like 50 Mexican kids, like, how am I going to do that? I don't speak Spanish, and I've never taught somebody how to play basketball before. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go. Quickly booked a flight, headed over to Mexico, just me, and I got to stay with some family because I have family out there, and ended up running a 2-day camp with like 50 to 60 Mexican kids, and just like killed it. Like, I was on the news after that. Like, I was like, people were calling me. Like, I ended up doing another one like 2 hours after, so they called and they heard about it, and then we drove like 2 hours away to another town and did one right after. But like, I was in so many camps when I was playing, because at Jordan, I mean, we would have Gannon Baker, we met like Drew Hanlon, I've met so many other trainers, like Devin Williams, 10,000 hours. So I mean, I kind of just like did what I would do in a camp, you know what I mean? Just put everyone through those things, and all the kids loved it, and it was a lot of fun. So I guess that's what kind of like started it, but I did not think I would be doing this, to be honest.
I got you.
Yeah.
Got you. And you said your mom is from Mexico?
Yeah, my mom's from Mexico, and my dad's from Iraq.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. How was that? How was that like having both of those backgrounds?
Oh, it's the best thing ever. I mean, one, food wise, is
I
the
bet.
greatest thing ever.
Uh-huh.
And then two, I mean, like, just hearing the stories of them like back home, you know what I mean? Like, they both like lived like two completely different lives. Like, my dad's one of 12, so I mean, he obviously has a huge family, and they like lived obviously like, it was just inspiring to hear it. Like, they're both like two different lives, and how they kind of like grew up. Like, my mom's like Mexican side, like they're like heavy in the government, and she's just like telling me a lot of stories, and I mean, it's just cool. Yeah.
Are they and this might be a really random question. Are they entrepreneurs? Did they start their own businesses?
Yeah, so my dad's a butcher, and he's had his own like meat market for 35 years. He retired 2.5 years ago, about like right when I decided I wanted to start like basketball training is when me and Ryan were like, yo, like, I'm okay, you could sell the business, you know what I mean? Because I was like, I was gonna either take over his or work with Ryan and just kind of build that up. So I kind of make my decision. I mean, when you're a business owner, you kind of got to be a slave to it. So
absolutely,
I chose which one I was going to be a slave to.
I know the feeling.
Yeah,
I know the feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. I asked that because, from my observations, I've noticed that immigrants come here and get to it. I hope I'm not.
Yeah, no.
Come here and get to it, and especially even more so their children. The children either are really like super duper the college route, like super focused all the way to like a PhD a lot of times, or start a business and the business ends up really, really successful.
I mean, that's like a big reason of where I am today. Like, I look at, when I was younger, I look at all my older cousins and stuff like that, and I see like them being able to provide for themselves and their family, like super inspiring, you know what I mean? Like, even if it's as little as like, oh, we'll go out to dinner and like them pay for me, like that would inspire me, like, oh, okay, I would like to do that too. And they like went straight into the workforce right after high school, or either go to college and get a degree. So yeah, at a very young age, I guess we all just like that hard work really instilled in all of us. So.
Absolutely. Have you are there your mom and dad, are there siblings here as well, or is it just them?
Yeah, so basically all my dad's family is here.
Okay.
I see my family nearly every day, like as far as cousins and stuff like that. My mom's family, they're still kind of scattered around Mexico-ish. Yeah.
And as far as like, and we'll get back. I'm really interested.
Yeah, no.
And as far as like your dad's like, so your uncles and aunts and cousins and things, did they go the entrepreneur route or did they go the college route?
90% of them were all entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Owners of their own business, with whatever business it is.
Makes sense.
And I'll say probably the 10% went law school. My sister's a nurse. Chemistry or engineer, doctor. You know what I mean? So, yeah, nobody really just like went to school just to go to school.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? They had a plan.
I ask because I've noticed a lot of the times also with immigrant families, a lot of the times the parents are like, you want to like for you, like in your instance, they'd be like, you want to bounce the ball. You think you're gonna make money?
Yeah.
Teaching people to bounce the ball.
Very weird concept. Very weird concept to a lot of other families. You know what I mean? I think that's a big reason why you don't see a lot of like Middle Eastern college basketball players. You know what I mean? It's just like a weird concept. Like they think, oh, what the heck? What are you gonna like bounce a ball? Like, no, just do that for fun. You know what I mean? Like, don't make this a career. But like with my family, it was the opposite. Like they wanted me to like, no, like keep going. Like I don't want you to be in a store all your life, or I don't want you to be sitting behind a cash register or doing a traditional business. You know what I mean? Like chase your dreams. You know what I mean? Like I could say my parents are more like lenient or like whitewashed, I guess you could say. Yeah.
You said you started like your senior year, so you're what, 3-4 years in now?
Yeah, I'm 21 right now, and I graduated in classic COVID, technically. Okay. So I mean, that was also like a bigger reason of why I did choose like the training route, was because like usually when some people like start off, they start from the ground up, or like they start from the bottom, and they gotta build their clientele like every day and really grind it out. I'm not saying I didn't grind it out, but like I started like first day in the gym. I mean, we got Mikey Williams, Bryce Griggs, Jazair Jackson, Flight, Cash Nasty, FaZe Run, all in the gym. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is fun.
Right.
And then my first like 3 clients were like Austin Brown, he's gonna go to Coronado, Cajon, Jaden Gray. Like these are my first clients. Like I'm hyped. You know what I mean? This is like a lot of fun. So that's a big reason of why I kind of like stuck with it. Like it was just like, man, like I love seeing, like I got blessed, 100%. Like I got blessed with the kids that I work with, and obviously the opportunities that were coming my way. So yeah.
And hearing you speak right before we started the interview, you were talking about how you really live for like really connecting with people.
Yeah.
Being a trainer. Talk to me about that.
I remember in 7th grade, I remember like the first day of school, like kind of like a get to know you, like we used to write on the whiteboard like, oh, 2 things about each other, like, and we posted on the wall. Like I remember I said like, I want to help people and I love basketball. And then it's just funny, like I talk to my friends like that I still hang out with all the time, like yo, you remember when I wrote that down? And like look at where I am now, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy to me. Like, and I also put like, oh, I want to be the change I want to see in the world. I put that also, and then, I mean, I feel like I'm slowly getting to that point to where I want to help as many kids as I possibly can.
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite quotes, man. I try to live by that, man. I always tell people, man, like I live my life in service to others. Like I obviously do things like I always tell people, like if you make music or like put out any content, you don't put it out for no one to watch or for no one to listen to. So anything that I put out, I want as many people to see it as possible. But
sure,
the root of what I do is definitely to serve and to help others. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
What's I guess like who's like some of like your like dream clients? Like anybody at any level. Like who are some of your dream clients?
Dream clients as far as like who I want to train.
Who do you want to train? Yeah. Oh, okay. Who is maybe this will be a better question. I guess you can answer both. Who is someone also that you see, like a pro that you see and you feel like something's missing from his game and you would love to help him learn that?
That's tough. I honestly do not watch a lot of NBA basketball.
Why is that?
I just don't think it's too much entertainment now, and I feel like a lot of people aren't playing like for the love of the game anymore. That's why I stick to a lot of like college and high school, you know what I mean? Because I mean, once you get to the NBA, or once you get to actually high school now, it's almost a business because it's the whole NIL thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't feel it as entertaining as it used to be. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are, with load management and how much money these guys are getting paid. I mean, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's as realistic as I would want it. Mm-hmm. But I mean, a pro that's a tough question, to be honest. I mean, I would say, honestly, we don't really know. And dream client, I mean, anybody that comes to me with an open mind and says like, yo, I want to get better. Mm-hmm. That's all I could really ask for. Because like, there's nobody that I really like desire to work out. Like, I don't really like hit people up and be like, yo, I want to get you in the gym. I don't really do that. Like, they gotta want it more than me. You know what I mean? That's how I think of it. If I have to always hit you up to work out, then that says a lot about you. You know what I mean? So, yes.
Absolutely.
That's my thing.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. So you guys had just recently, within like, I want to say the last like couple months, just opened up the new gym out in San Marcos. Congratulations to you guys.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Talk to me about it, a little bit about like the process, everything that went into that. I'm sure your brother would.
Very long process. We've long overdue. Like, we've been looking probably for about two years now for a second location. Like, it was either going to be, we're looking as far as like Otay to Vista. Like, those were our like grounds kind of where we wanted to put the new location. But I mean, we got so many no's, very little yeses until we saw this place. I mean, and we thankfully made it happen. I mean, perfect location, right next to a huge shopping center, so it's great. It is a little bit bigger than this spot. Like how ours is kind of like a rectangle. This is more like a square. Mm-hmm. So it's really convenient for pros to be in there. Like, you can fit comfortably like 4 to 5 pros in there. But it was a very long process. And I mean, it's just a blessing to be able to do that. You know what I mean? To the fact that like, oh, we need a second one. You know what I mean? But maybe some people are like, oh no, like, it's hard to fill up one gym. You know what I mean? But we filled it up, and we needed a second one like badly. You know, to be able to obviously complete our end goal and just help as many people as possible. So.
Absolutely. I love that so much that like you guys are always so consistent with that. Whenever I talk to, a few times I've had the opportunity to talk to you, and the times I've talked to Ryan about, that's always like at the basis of everything.
Yeah.
Help as many people
as possible. I mean, what's crazy is we actually had like a lot of people from Vista and Temecula, and even like all over the IE, like come to the El Cajon location. Like, I had one kid, I used to do 6 a.m. workouts, or I still do, but he would drive from Temecula to get to the gym by 6 a.m. Like, this kid, like 8th, 7th grader, would wake up at 4:30 a.m. to get to the gym by 6. Like, sleep in the car, do his homework in the car, and get to the gym by 6. Like, so we have people drive. Like, but now that we're up north in San Marcos, I mean, we're getting people from LA, Irvine, so just kind of expanding, you know what I mean? So,
nice.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So does that leave you kind of to run the operations down here in San Diego?
Yeah, so now I can say like I'm kind of like the head honcho of the El Cajon spot.
It's feel pretty good?
Yeah, it's going pretty well. I mean, I'm blessed with the staff that we do have, so I don't like to like call myself like above anybody, you know what I mean? Because I mean, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. Like, I wouldn't be able to be here, you know what I mean, if it wasn't for people holding it down. Or, I mean, so shout out to everybody, a part of the Hoop House staff. I mean, we're all a great big family, and we all help each other. Like, I'm gonna go see them after this, like, outside of basketball, you know what I mean? So it's good, like, get to hang out and stuff like that, yeah.
And how do you guys go about, you know, staffing and bringing on trainers to help out?
We usually start them off of a 3-month internship. And then, so usually the first like 2 to 3 weeks, we honestly just like throw them in the fire and just be like, all right, you better learn how to guard Mikey for 2 hours straight. Have fun with it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they were like, oh my gosh, like, okay, like they have no choice, you know what I mean? But and then we teach them how to do like our business. So like this is Ryan's like 8th, 9th year. We're basically trying to teach the 8-year process in 3 months.
Right.
So, I mean, we teach you the business, we teach you how to be a gym owner, we teach you how to get clients, how to talk to parents, how to train on court, how to promote yourself on social media. So we try to do all that in the 3 months, and we've had 3 people hired from that internship. We've had 1 intern, now he's on staff at the Sacramento Kings. We've had 1 open up his own facility in Indiana, 1 work at a facility in Lexington. So, I mean, we've had a lot that, and we have 2 right now from, one's from Seattle and one's from, like, South Asia, I think.
Wow.
So, yeah, we I mean, our success rate's pretty well,
That's
you know
really
what I mean,
cool.
with that. Just because, I mean, they come in with an open mind and ready to learn, and all we gotta do is teach. I mean, like, that's the easy part, you know what I mean? All we gotta do is show them the way, and they help us, we help them, so.
Yeah. Has there been anyone that you guys have had to, like, turn away or ask not to come back anymore?
We've had some that have definitely, like, quit halfway, you know what I mean? It was a little bit hard, just because, like, they felt like, I guess, like, they weren't getting or part of it obviously was because of finances, you know what I mean? Living in, or paying for Airbnb in San Diego is, I mean, pretty expensive, you know what I mean? Just to kind of, like, leave everything. We've had some people that have came and, like, actually got a job here in San Diego, like a full-time job, so they're doing, like, us in the mornings and then a job at night or working night shift, you know what I mean? But we haven't really had anybody that, like, no, you can't come back. You know, we've had some that, like, weren't all in, you know what I mean? And we've had, because they just kind of came, like, because they wanted to meet all the celebrities, you know what I mean? They were in it for the wrong reasons.
Right.
But we haven't had anybody that, like, no, you can't touch this without something.
Yeah. Okay, now let me ask you this: as far as, like, kids or any clients that you've trained, have you had any clients that you were like, I'm not the trainer for you, like, this isn't really going well? Because I'm sure, like, players will tell you, like, from time to time, but
just very few. Just because, like, we're strong on, like, competing. Like, we compete a lot. Like, our classes go on for an hour. We obviously, like, train and develop their skills for about 30 to 35 minutes, and then we compete, like, either downhill 1s or 3s or 2s. I mean, and some kids can get discouraged, or some kids don't like how fast paced we are. So I mean, I understand, you know what I mean? Maybe if they're, like, not as advanced in basketball, they might feel out of place. But nobody that, like, we've had, like, that complained about, like, our service. It's just about, like, oh, okay, I think we need to, like, tone it down, or could you put them in a lower class or something like that, you know? But we're pretty flexible. Like, if a kid comes up to us and says, like, yo, like, I can't do this, like, I don't think I can go downhill 1s with this kid, like, he's too good, then we'll be like, alright, cool, like, we'll find a way for you to compete in a different way. Or, like, I'll go with him, and I'll obviously take it easy, you know what I mean? So, I think one of the best things about our facility is that we can adjust to any player. Like, we could train a 5-year-old, and then next class we could train Mikey. You know what I mean? Then next class I could train Jaden. Then next class we could train a pro. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest thing with like our success. Yeah.
Is there ever if there's never one, I guess I kind of answer. I was gonna say, is there ever, like, do you ever catch yourself, like, using, like, pro terminology with, like, maybe, like, a smaller kid who doesn't really, like, know it, and then you have to, like, kind of, like,
that's the best part, is because, like, now I can teach this kid, you know what I mean? So now we can, like, in the corner and then to the wing, there's, like, a little, like, so on the court, obviously there's a 3-point line, and then there's the corner, and then there's, like, a little, like, corner, or there's a, like, an edge of the corner, and then there's the, like, the circular motion, and that's called, like, the break, because it breaks off. And, like, when I tell kids that, and I'm like, all right, next time you go into your tryout, you know what I mean, be like, coach, you want me at the break? You know what I mean? And they'll feel like they're the man, you know what I mean? Or, like, little things like that, like, oh, go to the slot, you know what I mean? Now they know where the slot is. They're, like, teach them terminologies of, like, ball screen going to the middle is obviously just a side ball screen or whatever it's called, and then going towards the baseline is called, like, a step up, you know what I mean? So, like, teaching them those terminologies is really fun, because now they are confident, you know what I mean, going to their high school tryout, or maybe they even could teach a high school coach, you know what I mean, what it means. So, yeah.
How important do you think it is for kids to know, like, the actual, like, technical, like, terminology for basketball?
I think it's important to know, like, enough, but what I have learned is that a lot of coaches teach like the same term or same like references in a different terminology.
Mm-hmm.
So like a trap could mean red or a trap could mean blitz. You know what I mean, to different coaches. So I mean, like, it's tough when you get to the college and NBA level because there's just so many colleges or so many like coaches that call everything different things. So I mean, it's important to know like enough. I feel like, yeah,
that's
for sure.
That's you. Gotcha. So you guys got the second gym open. You got everything rocking out the home location. What's next for you?
What's next? I mean, one, I gotta make sure that I'm obviously taking care of home. You know what I mean, the alcohol location. I definitely want to like improve it, you know what I mean, and kind of prove that I can obviously be a gym owner and a great trainer at the same time, you know. It's, I wouldn't say a hard adjustment, but I mean, I want to make sure that it's great, you know what I mean, and it feels more like valuable to me now that like, all right, this is mine, you know what I mean. So just making sure I'm taking care of that. I already know Ryan's gonna do his thing at the San Marcos, but just keep building, really. I mean, until whatever opportunity comes our way, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Keep building. Yeah.
Will there ever be, and this kind of just hit me right now, was there ever any aspirations or any goals to like work on like maybe a college staff or like a pro staff? Or are you happy just doing what you're doing?
I wouldn't do college because I don't want to be tied in so much. Like, unless I was in like almost like a Phil Handy position to where like he can train like all these kids and stuff like that, like, but I don't know, like being on the road with one team, I don't know if I would like that. I like seeing, like right now I see 300 kids every single week. I like that, you know what I mean? Like, like I even told Ryan, like I'm gonna go up to San Marcos one day a week maybe, just to go see new faces. You know what I mean? I like that a lot. I like seeing new kids. I like seeing new faces. I like learning more names. You know what I mean? And just I feel like that way I could help more people.
Absolutely.
As far as like, I would like to definitely like stick with the guys that I'm with. You know what I mean? Like eventually, if some of the players that I work with now like become a pro or become like a high level college athlete, like I want to be able to, I mean, go up there and work them out for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? Or do their pre-draft, or you know what I mean? That's what I would want to do.
Gotcha.
That's ideal. That is my ideal situation. That's kind of like what Drew Hanlon does. Like Drew Hanlon has his players like on a contract kind of, so he gets flown out to do like Jason Tatum, Tyler Hero, Joel Embiid. In the summer he got like Bradley Beal. Like I would love to be in that position right there. Yeah.
Gotcha. I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So that's kind of how like I see like myself, like almost like a mini Drew Hanlon, because I got my Jaden Gray, you know what I mean? I got the Alex Williams, like I got like the little prodigy, like Juju LaBelle, like I got these prodigies, you know what I mean? Like in the summer I saw Ty Ingram 3 days a week, you know what I mean? Like I can imagine like myself like doing that when I'm older and they're graduated. Yeah, kind of like that 4 to 5 year plan. So.
That's what's up. I see that for you, bro.
Yeah.
I see that for you, bro. That's dope. That's dope. I think that was all I have for you today, man.
Yeah.
That was all I appreciate you finally coming in. I'm sorry we had to keep pushing it back and reschedule.
No, it's all good, man.
Glad it happened. Like Heather was saying not too long ago, it's happening in a good time, man. So
yeah, for sure.
Thank you again for coming in, bro. My guy.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's been another episode of On the Mic with Michael Flix. I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Until next time. Take care.